Welcome, all you beautiful souls, to your weekly energy update, and this is for the week of June 19th through June 26th. This week we have a big, of course, occurrence here with the summer and winter solstice coming on June 21st, so happy solstice to everyone. Of course, we have summer solstice in the northern hemisphere, the winter solstice starting in the southern hemisphere. It also means we're triggering the beginning of Cancer sign season, so happy birthday to all you Cancer sign sun babies. And both for the solstice, for the solstice, I actually have put out separate individual readings for each zodiac sign, which I will have listed at the end of the video in the playlist, and I'll also throw it down in the description box below. We also, of course, because Cancer season is starting with the all the Cancer signs for the sun sign, I also put out a special pick a card reading for that, which will also be linked in a playlist at the end of this video and also in the description box below. So wonderful energies coming in, a lot of transformation with the Cancer sign being ruled by the moon. There is a lot of this mother type of feeling, this nurturing energy that's coming in. And the summer winter solstice is quite a bit around growth and like endings as well. Because, we moved from spring into summer, things started to grow in spring. Summer is all about the growth period where we have a large amount of growth. In the southern hemisphere, of course, with the winter solstice, we just moved from harvest, fall, autumn season into hibernation, into those things that, winter time represent as well. So for this reading, we're going to be looking at that mother energy. We all have, mother energy, mother personalities that are in our life, or just motherhood in general, regardless of how we identify. We all have that mother, nurturing, divine, feminine energy within us, regardless of what gender or how we identify, right? So we're going to be asking for this reading around motherhood. What about our relationships with that mother energy and motherhood? Are we ready, or can we transform? Can we grow through? And what can we possibly put to rest? So I do have, of course, a reading for each individual zodiac sign, and I'm jumping into yours right now. All right, Cancer signs, this is your weekly reading, and we're going to be pulling first from the Into the Lonely Woods deck, and any of the cards I use in a reading I do list in the description box below. Give these a good shuffle. Let's see the overall energies around motherhood and mother experiences, which you being Cancer signs, you of course are so connected to the moon and that motherly nature. I'm sure this is no surprise to you and nothing to be afraid of for sure. So we'll see here, Cancer signs. What Spirit would you like our Cancer signs to know about that mother energy? Okay. Actually, I do want to give you two, which makes sense. Everyone else so far has only had one, but you being Cancer signs, you get an extra treat. You've got Going Deep, which of course is very you, card number 7. And then you also have the Sadness of Letting Go. Yes, that is card number 2. So put those right there. And let's see what messages come with these. We'll start with number 7. It says, there are times to walk and there are times to swim. The path has taken you into the waters of the deeper self. Your unfelt emotions, the mysteries of the psyche, the flowing nature of who you are fearful to be, all these mysteries can be explored. Sink into the subconscious and know it is safe for you to be within this watery place for a time. Feel the gift of the silence, the calm, the weightlessness, and the depth of this world. You are a part of this, just as you are part of the air. Do not stay at the edge of the lake. Walk into the waters and let them go over your head. The beauty of water will open your eyes to the beauty of the emotions within you. Yeah, definitely. You know, Cancer signs, you of course are water signs. You understand this, going into the depths of the subconscious, going into the unknown. You are very much that. Moon energy is all about going into the subconscious, going into those places. Even on the moon card, usually in the tarot, you'll see water and something crawling out of the water, because it is all about going into those depths of the unconscious there. So very fitting for you, not a surprise. And then the sadness of letting go. It says sometimes when we feel very alone, we have trouble letting go. But when we meet another, a companion who is like us, yet unlike us, their presence can help us open to new possibilities that show us who we could be. You're now freeing yourself from the old bonds and beliefs, from what you wanted to keep but could not. Whether or not this is right for you, and the soul says it is right for you, there is always sadness and letting go. It is a void, a loss, a recognition that one thing we once wanted could not work within the world we are creating. In every release truly made, there will be mourning. Trust yourself most of all, but accept the help of those whose kindness and care are unmistakable. Friendship will reveal aspects of your own soul that you did not know existed. Wow. Very beautiful start here. So definitely, all these emotions that it's talking about are around motherhood, and also about mother energy, or mother personalities in your life. So these emotions that are, so deep and everything that are in here do have to do with that. And a lot of times that makes sense, because as children, when we look at our parents as almost gods, right? We're not supposed to be angry with them. We're not supposed to be disappointed in them. We're not supposed to be upset with them in any way. So all those emotions get pushed down into our subconscious, into the deep. So this is coming up here, and I feel like this has a lot to do with letting go of the expectations you had around growing up, around allowing those emotions that you didn't allow yourself to feel them, so that you can let them flow. And I kind of feel like this letting go too is just releasing yourself from that ideal mother that you had in your mind, either the one that you thought you wanted to be, or the one that you thought you wanted to have growing up, and that allowing yourself to let go and realizing that you survived it. Look who you are today. You have overcome 100% of anything you have faced in your entire life. Otherwise, you wouldn't be watching this video right now. So realizing that strength that comes in here too allows you to transform your relationships. There is this, releasing of the caged animal there. So we kind of do cage people, right? Where all those expectations of who you are supposed to be to me, we police that and judge and berate even, someone for not being who we want them to be. And then once we come to this place of release where we let that go, we allow them to be who they are, and we start celebrating who they are instead of who they were not, right? We're also going to pull from these Ancestral Path Tarot, get clarification around these. What else they would like you to know around this release, this deep diving. So for our Cancer signs, what else would you like them to know around this? Okay, I do want you to have these two. Oh, they said none of those. Anything else? I feel like there's more. Okay, and then these two. So we'll start with this one over here. And you have the Nine of Staves, the Nine of Wands. Now the 9 always reminds me of Hermit card in the Major Arcana, because it is the number 9 in the Major Arcana. And so all the 9s for me represent turning inward for whatever the suit has to do with. This one, the wands, the staves, have to do with your energy, your drive, your ambition, your inspiration, just your overall spiritual energy and your drive. And so this is you turning inward to find your energy from within yourself. And you do find this energy. We don't realize how much subconscious programs are running beneath the surface until we take this time to look at it. And once we realize that we don't, I kind of look at it as at a computer, we have these programs that we started running and then we minimized it, and it's, it's not on the main screen. It's minimized down below where we don't see it. But let's say it's downloading a movie and then also playing music and also doing this other process. It is slowing down, taking energy bandwidth, from your, computer running. It might run slower. And you're like, where's all this energy going? It's because there's these programs that are running underneath the surface. And so you are doing this inner search, you are doing this deep diving in here to find this this awareness. In fact, it almost looks like he's down underneath the water with you. But this is you finding this energy that, because as you pull up this, maximize that program, you can see it and go like, oh, I don't need this anymore. I'm Xing out of it and closing it down. It has new energy that comes back to you. So for you, I feel like that's what this one is meaning here. And then you have the 4 of Swords. So swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes. And 4s are a very solid foundation. Think of a big table with 4 huge legs on it. It's a very solid table, a very solid foundation. So this represents peace of mind coming in. And you can see here, there's 3 swords. There's a sword up here, a sword here, a sword here. And here's people leaving and going through this door. You have this huge sword down here, which is the Ace of Swords. The reason it brings you peace of mind is because this represents the 3 of Swords card in itself represents expectations. You would normally see, sorry, I was just distracted by this. I don't know if you can see this, but it's like when you put these cards side by side, it's like this path leads right and follows them. It's almost like there's like this, it lines up almost perfectly. So this one lined up and this one lined up. So there is this aligning message going on here. But to back to what I was talking about here with the 3 of Swords and expectations, usually it has a huge heart on it with a sword stuck in it, which represents the disappointment, the pain that we had when things didn't go as expected. They didn't unfold with our supposed to be's and should be's and need to be's and have to be's and must be's. But this Ace of Swords that's down here, that allows you to see the capital T truths. You're getting down to the truth of things that are rooted in the unconditional love of the higher realm, and it allows you to cut away those thoughts and those beliefs that no longer serve you. So this is very much the stability of your mind comes in with the letting go and the cutting away of the old ways of looking at things. So they are going out the door. I mean, literally, you're letting them go. You're letting them go. So definitely messages are aligning here. Yep. And then you have the Strength card. So the Strength card represents, you can see here above her head here in the clouds, there's the infinity symbol. This represents your higher self. The lion represents our human self, our lower vibrational self. And the message of this is you finding your inner strength. And you basically, like this deep diving, the lion comes down here, when you're talking about these 3 of Swords, all these expectations of where we're supposed to look for things to fulfill us is what the lion is told when it comes down here, unaware of its higher self. Our higher self is always aware of our lion self, but our lion self isn't aware of our our higher self, its powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being self that it really is. We have the character we play. This is the actor behind the character, right? But the lion is not aware. It comes down, it's hungry, it's thirsty. It is told by these expectations, these three swords, these are the three areas of your life that are supposed to make you not thirsty and hungry any longer. In each of those swords has like a different place or representation of a period or a area of our lives. So the first sword is relationships, and that can be romantic, family, friends, work, school, feather babies, fur babies, whatever it be, some sort of relationship. Relationships, we're told, are supposed to make us feel whole and complete and not hungry or thirsty. Also, situations that we can get into, whether it's our jobs, our education, our social status, whatever it might be, some sort of circumstances in our life, we're told, this is going to make you feel whole and complete. And then the third thing is things, our bodies, our possessions, our bank accounts. That is supposed to make you feel whole and complete. So our lion, it goes and eats of all those things, it drinks of all those things, and if it fulfills it at all, it only fulfills it for a moment, and it might even make it more thirsty, more hungry. And so it becomes desperate, where it's hangry, it's hungry, and it's roaring in the jungle, making noise because out of desperation. Well, our higher self hears that, and so it comes down, and it doesn't come down to kill off the lion, to put it out of its misery. It doesn't try to cage it to protect people from it, and it doesn't try to control it or manipulate it with like a chair and a whip like they do in the circus, right? Because our higher self knows what our little lion self is actually hungering for is the unconditional love that it can only find from within, not from those three swords, those three different areas of our life. So it just is very convenient that our higher self is made of unconditional love. So it comes down and it hugs the lion, gives it the love it wants. And so that roaring lion transforms into a purring little cub sitting in the lap of our higher self, feeling no longer thirsty, feeling no longer hungry, but feeling loved, probably for the first time in its life. And then our higher self is not like Superman. It comes down, rescues the lion, and then flies off. Now that the lion is aware of the higher self, they join hand in hand or hand in paw, and they're able to walk through life in a completely different way, releasing all these old expectations that the outside world is going to fulfill them because they find that inner fulfillment. So, love it. And then you have the Three of Wands. So Three of Wands is about a change in your energy, a change in the direction. You know, we talked about stabs or wands over here. And the Two of Staves or Two of Wands before this card is about making plans and putting some of them into action. So if you imagine like you have this desire to go to somewhere, and you're in the middle of a country and you are going to board a ship. So you make plans to get from the middle of the country to the shore. And then once you were going to go to the shore, you were going to take a ship and go this way. You can see all the ships and everything on here. Well, the three is you've reached the shore, but now with new information, new awareness, you're going to board a different ship and go this direction instead. So there is this change of where you're putting your energy and where you're wanting it to take you with this. So love, love, love it. We're also going to use this everyday tarot just to get some clarification, though I think the message is really, really clear. But let's see what else they want you to know. Let's see, what area here do we want to know more about? Let's look into this new direction here. What else do you want them to know about the Three of Wands here? Okay, I feel like it's all okay. They said all of those too. So actually, they said all of these are for all of this. They want these two here, this here, and this here. So okay, we will do this. Yep. So you have the Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups definitely is this message about emotional choices, that you are realizing that you do have two different places that you get to choose from in your life. One is of the fear, what the lion was originally told, that cup, that is rooted in the conditional love of the human side, with all that long list of things that has to happen in order for you to be lovable. And then the other one, of course, is the higher self. It's the unconditional love of the higher realm. So you do have, that's where this change is happening, because you realize there are other choices that you can make, that you don't have to only choose from what that lion has been told all along, that there's new information that you're getting because of that. Yeah. From the High Priestess, she's the one that connects to the moon. She's the one that goes into the subconscious and diving deep. So with this deep dive that you're doing here in this awareness, you do have this new information. Yeah, 2 High Priestess, 2 Number of Cups. So there is this beautiful free YouTube series that they had me start at the beginning of this year called You Times 2, which is all about getting to know the two of you that are living this human experience, which is basically the strength card is kind of like the poster child card for it, the character that we play and the actor behind the character. So that will also be linked at the end of the video here and is in the description box below if you would like to check out that free You Times 2 YouTube series. Because here you have the Two of Swords. So again, the twos making themselves very known here, that you have 2 choices to make mentally. So 2 emotions you can choose from, 2 mental states you can choose from. One which is of the human side, and one, and you can see her blinded here, looking to the moon, like the High Priestess, right? That you can choose from that. So definitely really being urged to take a look at that You Times 2. Yeah, because you have the 10 of Wands. So you have the 9 of Wands here, and then you have the 10 of Wands that comes after it. You're ready to put the burden down. You're ready to let that old energy go. Stop investing in those things that weren't bringing you that wholeness and that completeness, that you were promised. So you definitely are ready to let that energy go and to invest it into a different area of your life. Yeah, because you have the Chariot, which is the power of choice, again, coming in here. So you definitely, in addition to choosing what emotion you can choose in any moment, this is telling you that you also have the power to choose what story you're going to apply to any situation in your life. So when you're doing this reflection, with this awareness that comes that you get to choose how you feel through anything, and you get to choose what story you put towards anything, it brings a lot of freedom from fear, definitely, because once you get that, once you understand that outside things don't get to tell you what they mean and how you're supposed to feel about them, those are just all those, old ways, what the lion was told growing up. This is, when this happens, this is what it's supposed to mean. When this happens, this is how you're supposed to feel. All those supposed to, should, need to, have to, must, all those expectations. But when you realize that you are the one that gets to choose it, then it doesn't matter what comes your way, because you could, in a very boring way, choose that everything that comes your way always is something that is a joyful thing and means that you are successful and abundant and wonderful. That would be very boring, right? But we could choose that if we wanted to. And that's what the duality, this two comes, all this two stuff that's coming in, because it's showing you that you don't always have just one choice. When you're tired of one, you can always choose the other. If you're tired of peace and unconditional love and joy and laughter, and you want some drama, boom, we can choose it and experience it. Nothing wrong with it. It's what we come here to experience. This is a giant amusement park of fear rides. We're going to ride some fear rides. But when you're tired of that and you want to go get some ice cream and sit in a little Zen garden in the middle of the park and just enjoy the moment, you can. You don't have to like, oh, I got to get back in line for another roller coaster. It's like, no, you don't have to. When you're ready, you can choose differently. And that's what this is about. And I know when you first hear, you get to choose what something means and you get to choose what you feel. When I first was introduced from Spirit, I was like, to be honest, I don't feel like I'm choosing. It just feels like this happens. This is what it means. This happens. This is how I feel. Where's the choice? And then they were very gentle, of course, and lovingly sat me down and showed me when I was growing up, like any human being, like any lion, we were taught that when this thing happens, this is what it's supposed to mean. When this thing happens, this is how you're supposed to feel. It was reinforced over and over and over again, where it became our habit that when that happened, this is how we felt, and that happened, this is what it meant. And we did it enough that habit became our reaction, where it doesn't feel like we're making a choice because it happened so fast. But they showed that if you slow down, take a deep breath, even after something happens, you can go back and revisit it, put a different story, feel about it differently, make a new habit of choosing to feel this way when that happens, to think and put this story and interpretation to it when that happens instead. Eventually, we change our habit and the reaction changes to a response instead. So we have that power that we have in that. And I really feel like with this revisiting of things and this power of choice that's coming in so strongly for you, it is very transformative for you. We're also going to pull at least one card from this Divine Directions deck. See what the final messages the Creator has for all the Cancer signs here. Okay, that one. Any others? Okay, that one and that one. Oh, okay. And then we're also going to pull at least one card from the Sweet Dreams deck. And what else for our Cancer sign? Okay, okay. There we go. You get 3 and 3. So we'll put these over here and we'll grab this one first, which you had is communication. And that one says, communicate with others more freely. Speak up. You have a right to be heard. And I love that with that hiddenness to, this letting go and the restrictions that you have felt so much that it is time for you to be able to share how you feel and who you are, but you do speak up from a place of unconditional love instead of the place of pain. And because that's how you truly feel inside, not rehashing all that popular opinion. It's like reading a story. You don't even know if it's true or not, and you just regurgitate and spread it. You don't even know if it's true. It's almost like gossiping, because we don't know, but when we connect to that capital T truth of the higher realm, right, then when we speak that is our truth. That is who we really are, right? Yeah, and then you have guides. That says your spirit guides are there to help you communicate with your spirit guides today. Okay, so you have communication here twice, and in addition to your higher self here, when you connect with your higher self and become more aware of that higher being that you really are, it opens up your whole world to all those other beings on the other side, the Creator, Spirit, your guardian angel, your angels, your spirit guides, your loved ones that are already on the other side, your ancestors. There's a whole slew of beings of unconditional love and light that are constantly talking to you. But when you raise your vibration, intentionally to that of unconditional love and joy and peace and laughter, that's at the level at which they speak. And so we can hear them when we raise our vibration. When we're in the lower vibration of fear and chaos, we can't hear them. It's too noisy. They always hear us, but we can't hear them until we take that. And this deep diving, taking this time away in diving deep, does allow you to help quiet that noise to where you can hear. Wow. You've got signs. This one is your past loved ones are never far from you. Notice the signs they send you. So there is this a massive amount of communication coming in from the spirit realm for you. So I'm not surprised with you, Cancer signs. You're so connected to that moon energy and to that higher spiritual energy that you are going to be getting signs this week, especially, but especially as you connect and you let go of this stuff. You're going to be spending so much more time at that higher vibrational frequency that you are going to be seeing signs and getting communication from all over the place, especially High Priestess card here. And then you have acceptance. That one says, I overcome my biggest challenges by accepting what is. Yeah, instead of all those expectations on what you think things are supposed to be, you're able to look at things just as they are. You know, when we have the choice of looking at things, once we step out of that fear and we make the other choice of looking at things from that higher point of view, from the High Priestess's point of view, from up above, we see things like we're talking about as truth for what they really are. And then you can just accept and knowing that how you're seeing things is more truthful than when you saw it from that other confused point of view when we're in fear. Because you have to be open as well. I am open to new possibilities. I welcome new beginnings. So definitely allowing this new way of letting things go and of looking at things. Yeah, and then your final message. Let go. Just like this one, letting go. I am kind to myself and share my beauty with those around me. I let go of self-criticism. Yes. So definitely a time for Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, nurturing yourself with this beautiful Cancerian energy, allowing yourself, it's almost like you allow your higher self to become that mother energy, that mother figure, representing the motherhood within you as well. So definitely beautiful, beautiful energy and transformation coming in here for you. You are so ready. This is so normal for you anyway, to deep dive and to go through this, but you are so ready to move to this next level, letting that energy go and putting it into a new place for a new adventure in your life. So loving this for you, all you Cancer signs. For all those of you that have your birthday this week, a very happy birthday to you. And if you are looking for more messages of love from above, in addition to these weekly energy updates, I also put out monthly readings for each zodiac sign. I talked about the solstice readings, the Cancer sign birthday readings, and the Cancer sign season readings. All that is going to be linked at the end of the video here. And if you do want to get notified of any new videos that come out throughout the month, if you give this video a little thumbs up and click the like button, also click the subscribe button, and that gives you access to the notification bell. When you go in there, if you select the all option, then you'll be notified of any new videos that come out on this channel throughout the month. Also, doing those things helps spread the love, and it helps my channel grow in significant ways. Because when you like a video or you share a video, you comment on a video, and if you subscribe to the channel, doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm so excited it wants to share the videos of this channel with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those things, I'm definitely grateful for that, and they're all free. If you are also looking for more information, these are general readings. So if you're looking for specific information and specific answers to your specific life, I do offer personal readings, and all that information is also listed in the description box below. All right, mighty Cancerians, as you go through this amazing week, please know that every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things. And of course, I love you too. Have an amazing week. I'll be talking to you very soon. In the meantime, you hang in there and you take care.